Hello, my friends. Welcome to this Orla B masterclass on how to transform your business with your super customer. Yes, your super customer. I'm sure you're wondering who exactly that is and how it can benefit your business. And that's exactly what I'm going to talk you through in this presentation. Before we start, a little bit about me. I am a certified business and life coach. I'm passionate about helping small business owners build a shit hot business and life. And why should you listen to me? I have 11 years experience in business development, building businesses in competitive markets, and 5 years experience running my own business that directly supports female business owners in building the business that they want to build. And this training means an awful lot to me because I see this topic bypassed so many times. We forget who our super customer is, we become focused on the wrong things, and it's just a bit of a mess. And what we're going to look at in this training is determining who your super customer is, the value they bring to your business, and how to attract more of them into your business. And I know you might be thinking, well, that's okay, Orla, but how is that different to your ideal customer? You know, we've learned all about our ideal customer, we've immersed ourselves in it, and I will talk you through the difference between the two. Put simply, your ideal customer is that customer that you're focusing on from when you're starting out. So when you start out in business, and a lot of what you do is based on assumptions. You know, you don't have a customer base, you don't have a history of working with people, so you create an ideal client, and that is those people that you feel intuitively want to work with you and your business. But you can't quite say for sure. You don't know how it works out for you personally as you work with them, and there's a lot up in the air. Your super customer is the next part of the evolution of your ideal customer. It's the next part in the journey, and you do this regularly as a business owner. And what you're looking at is, okay, you've been in business a while now. You've worked with some customers. Now you want to work out with all of the customers that you have worked with, who are the people that you want to work with again and again. And what it means is you have to ignore the bullshit, okay? You have to ignore the bullshit that's telling you certain things and telling you that you need to become certain things in order to grow your business, because that can take you on the wrong track. So, who is your shit hot, I had to add that in there, super customer? It's the customer that wants to work with you, the person that loves what you offer and is willing to pay your prices. Now, this is really, really important because so often we think we can help everyone, or we have businesses where there's a lot of shoulds. You know, that person should want what I'm offering, or it's aimed at them. And we can continue to build a business for the shoulds or the what ifs, or we can build a business for the people that are buying from you, you know, and attract more of those in. And what that basically means for you is it gives you the peace. It might mean if you started a business with an idea of how your ideal client is and that has now changed, it might mean there's a bit of a period of grieving or adjusting to that. But what it really means is that you can kind of release the expectation of what your business should be and embrace the beauty of the customers who love working with you. What you then do is you take the common traits from these customers and you use them to attract similar customers into your business. And we'll go into that in the client assessment. It allows you to build community-driven brands and build the community you want to build. And your shit hot super customer is someone you're already working with or have worked with in the past. So your ideal customer is someone that you think you want to work with, but your super customer is taking the traits of all of the people that you've liked working with most, that can afford what you offer, and just finding more of them, you know? And it's great because it means you can say goodbye to the people that, you know, you don't like working with. This means when you focus on your shit hot super customer, this means that you can stop focusing on the activities you think you should focus on and dodge the overwhelm and build a business you love. And I want to take some examples on this because the business world is full of opportunities for who you could become, what you could do, what you should do to grow your business. You know, do we become experts in reels? Do we set up networking? Do we set up a podcast? You know, what is it that you think we should do? And a lot of our time gets spent spread on things that aren't quite working. Whereas when you know who your super customer is, you can surrender that. So, an example would be a local cafe does not need to become a worldwide Instagram star, but would benefit from local targeted Instagram success. Okay, but where we could flip that on its head is if you wanted to sell a subscription bakery, subscription treats throughout the country, you would need a countrywide presence on Instagram. You know, so that changes your strategy. You know, it changes what you're doing, it changes who you collaborate with, it changes who you partner with, it changes who you ignore. And what I'm seeing consistently again in businesses is that we're embracing things we don't need to embrace and we're ignoring things that we should be doing. You know, and it's absolutely mind boggling because it takes up so much space and it's really quite destructive to businesses. This will be a quick training, and what we will cover is the big mistake people are making, your client quality assessment questions, surveying your current super customers, a quick marketing audit, and tying it all together so this can become something that you can easily implement in your business. The big mistake that businesses are making. We keep changing our minds on who we are, what we offer, and who our customer is. Okay? And I want you to think for a second, does that mean anything to you? When you hear that, do you go, aha, sometimes I do that? Or do you go, no? If you say no, that's even fucking better. But if you're saying, yeah, I sometimes do that, it's easy. It's easy. So much of business support and business growth out there is about selling you a magic bullet of 6 steps to this, 5 steps to that. And we forget that most of business success is finding a way for you to have fun implementing a consistent message over and over again. That is the crux of it. You know, finding a way for you to enjoy showing up in your business again and again, sharing that same message. Because the truth is, you cannot scale an unclear message. Okay? Customers are busy and they need to know who you are, how you help them, and what makes you different. And if you're attracting different types of customers all the time, that's going to be hard. You have to create a message that they can remember, a message that speaks to them, and that is trauma aware and caring. And what that basically means by being trauma aware is that you're not going to poke at pain points in a way that's disrespectful to your customer. Everything we sell now is, oh, you're selling a pain point, you're selling this. We're not going to poke at pain points in a way that's disrespectful. We're here to support our customers. And I know from my own experience in working with a large number of clients is that like we're all going through a lot personally, you know, and there's always something going on in people's personal lives that impacts their business. Always. And you might find that you're going through a lot in your own life that means business is a bit hard, that means business is a bit difficult to concentrate on. And if that's the case, sometimes our message can go off point. So actually knowing who your super customer is, having clear boundaries in place whereby you look after you first, knowing who your super customer and getting clear on that message will actually help you grow your business during tough times because you are connecting with your customer and you're speaking to them directly. Before we move on, I just want you to consider for a second that coffee is boring. Right, think about it. Coffee is boring. Okay? I want you to think about it more so. Most of us, some of us drink coffee every day. Or you might have a juice every day, you might have a herbal tea every day. Think of something that you drink every day, even if it's water. It's boring, okay? Imagine that you were pouring 20 glasses of water for customers every day. Imagine you were making 50 cups of coffee for people an hour. Imagine you were doing something every day. It's boring. But the most common thing I hear from people every day is, I don't want to share the same message over and over again. It becomes boring. I don't want to send out the same emails over and over again. It becomes boring, right? And there's two things to consider here is that one, what's boring to deliver isn't always boring to receive. Just because you're making the coffees every day, like, you still enjoy drinking your coffee. You know, when you walk in, if you order the same drink every day, getting that cup of tea still tastes lovely, you know? But for the person making it, it might just be another conveyor belt. So, not everything is supposed to be exciting or can be exciting all of the time. But so your message might seem boring in that it doesn't change, but you can and have fun sharing your message. Okay? So, the way that you can do that is you can add in variations to make it fun. Okay, and I really want you to consider this before you get firm on a message, because for people to have the same message in their business for years on years on years, it can seem scary. And I know that we evolve, but we evolve to the variations. So, for example, I would imagine if I was making coffee, bringing in a large range of milk makes a different range of sizes, flavors, vanilla, almond, and the type of roast and the type of coffee that you use. So, what I'm trying to say here is what you think is boring to deliver may not always be boring to receive. And for your sanity and for your enjoyment of running your business, you have to have fun sharing that message, right? You have to add in the variations that work for you. And the way that you can do that is look at the new range of communication that works best for you in your business, like Reels, Instagram Lives, face-to-face events, markets, whatever works best for you so that you can share that message. I hope that makes sense. So, how do you avoid the mistakes commonly made by business owners? I want you to get crystal clear on who your super customer is and communicate with them consistently and effectively. No communicating to someone you think should buy from you. I want you to create the message that you want to share with them. You know, your message isn't a punishment. It's not something that is, inflicted on you. It's something that you create because it's the message that you want to share. I want your focus to avoid these mistakes. Your focus is to regularly attract more of your super customer into your business and to make it fun. Make it fun, balancing you, balancing your evolving personal journey as well. So, in order to do this, the first thing that we're going to do is a client quality assessment. This is super fun. Now, we're doing a client quality assessment on your super customer. So, the difference between your ideal customer and your super customer. Your ideal customer, the person you want to attract to buy from you from the outset. You determine them based on your own research and some assumptions, and they're all of your customers. Your super customer, the customers you have already worked with, so you can demonstrate that these people love what you offer and prepared to pay. They develop over time as you grow your business. They develop over time. So you might work out who your super customer is today, focus on attracting more of them, and then you might get the super customer of your super customer in a year's time. You get to know them on a deep level and attract more of them with similar relevant traits. So get out your workbook. We have a workbook with this training. And if you don't have a workbook, get out a pen and paper and pause me. And I want you to make a list of your 10 most recent clients that you've worked with. Right, if you've not worked with 10 clients, if you're at early stages in your business, just write out all the clients that you've worked with so far. Okay? Okay, then second thing, I want you to remove the 5 that you enjoyed working with the least. Or be ruthless here, if they were a bit crabby, if they didn't do the work that was required, if they complained a lot. I know that we learn from these situations, but if they weren't right for you, write them off. And then taking the 5 remaining, I want you to rank the names in order of highest to lowest return on investment. Now, return on investment in this case is those people who most easily spent the most money with you. those people who happily and readily invested in you. So the people who didn't think about it, and that's not to say they had millions in the bank, but it's the people that saw the value in you that went, oh, okay. Because so many times we're trying to attract people that we think we want to work with that don't necessarily want to pay us. And it's like, what about the people that went, okay, that's an investment, but I'm going to pay it. What about more of them? Okay, so you're going to, from top to bottom, the people who spent the most and were happy to spend it. And then when you have those 5 people, take some time to look at them. You might want to look at their LinkedIn profile or their Instagram, or go back over your notes of working with them. Like really do this. What common traits did they have? Now, traits would probably be more aspirational rather than they all had blue eyes. Traits will be more aspirational, like they all wanted to grow a sustainable business around their family. They didn't want their business to take over. What are the things, the common traits that they had? Why could they easily justify paying you? Right? And this has less to do with the amount of money they have in their bank and more to do in the value that they saw in you, because you will come across people who have the budget but don't see the value. And you will see the opposite. You will come across people who don't have the budget readily but they see the value. So why could they easily justify paying you? Was it that they really needed to make changes in their lives? Was it that they'd gotten to the end of the road and they didn't know where to go? What was it? Was it something about them? Was it something about what you did for them? Or was it something about the stage that they were at? Okay, you cannot underestimate how vital this activity is. It's a super simple activity that comes from a guy called Daniel Priestley, and it's absolutely amazing. And the benefit of this activity is that you stop the guesswork, and it almost shakes you into thinking, God, am I speaking to my super customer right now in my marketing? Or am I trying to attract the person that I think I should attract? So, surveying your super customers. And I just want to quickly remind you that customer retention is the single most important thing for business growth. Imagine you had a business that was set up to keep customers for as long as possible and to continually attract more of them into your business. So, time to chat to your super customers. Now, what you choose to ask them is up to you. It's going to be dependent on your business, what industry that you're in, and what you need to know. But I would ask, what made you want to work with me? What triggered you to take action when you did? What did you like best about what I offer? What can I improve on? Really what we're trying to get the bottom of here is why they chose us, why they like working with us, and what have we done for them? What's the transformations that we've provided? Once you know this information, you're going to start auditing your marketing. Now, the reason that you're going to audit your marketing is because lots of times we're sharing a message that isn't aimed at our super customer. Lots of times we're trying to compete with our competition. We're trying to become stars on Instagram or Facebook. We're trying to get validation through what we're sharing. We get pissed off if we don't get enough likes, but actually 5 likes from our super customer is way better than 50 likes from someone who's not. So we have to audit our marketing. And what you want to ask yourself is your current sales and marketing attracting more of your super customer? Or are they attracting more of the 5 people that you removed off your list? Okay, look at your marketing message and how you're attracting new customers. Where are you sharing this message? Your Instagram, your Facebook, your paid advertisement, your websites. Assess your packages and your products or services and ensure they work for your super customer. And create or adjust your message for your super customers. So you might, and what that basically means is you might slightly tweak. You might go from saying, I help business owners to I help local business owners. You might go from saying, I provide gifts to I provide personalized. It's those tiny little things that only you know that you're super customer. You're just going to slightly adjust your message, the tone in your lives, who you're speaking to. So here's a tip. When you do a live, you're going to speak directly to one of your super customers. You're going to take one of your super customers in your mind and just speak directly to them at the end of the camera. As part of your marketing assessment, I want you to look at your super customer content pillars. What 4 things does your potential customer need to know about you to know you're the right person to do business with? Okay? And from those 4 pillars, so it could be your range of products or services, it could be the ethos behind your business, it could be the range, whatever it is. Take the 4 things and say, right, what 4 things does my customer need to know about me in order to know I'm the right person to do business with? And list those out in your workbook and create content with those. And remember, going back to our coffee example, sometimes it's boring. Sometimes it's boring being a business owner. So your job then is to bring back in your personality and to have fun with the delivery. A quick audit of your package and offering. Do your packages continue to take your super customer on a journey? So if you look and you've got these customers, these 5 customers that you've listed as your super customer, have you somewhere to take them right now? Right? Have you somewhere to continue your journey with them? A membership, future planned campaigns where you're like, okay, Christmas gifts, Christmas offerings, and are your existing packages, the ones that you're selling, have they been created with your super customer in mind? And if not, could you create some tweaks? So how do we tie this all together? This was a quick masterclass with a lot of information, but this is an action-based masterclass. You have the customers, you know who they are. We just want to help you build your business. So stop building the business you think that you should and build a business that you want to. You have customers who already love you, and you can and will attract more of these onto your business, provided that you create a message for your super customer. So go forth and talk one-to-one. Every Facebook post is written for your super customer. Okay? Every Facebook post is written for your super customer. Every live that you do is to your super customer. Go through that list of people, pick one and record a live for them. Go through that list of people, pick one and do a reel just for them. And I guarantee you that you will make changes in your business. That's all for now. See you soon.